This question makes it fairly obvious that we are working with punctuation, right? I mean, just look at the choices, what's changing between them, the punctuation. So we know we've got to apply some rules here. But really, don't try to do everything at once. Narrow your focus and take it one piece at a time. So what do you notice first? What might be the easiest thing to deal with? Well, I notice some of these choices have a parentheses and others don't. And look, we don't talk a lot on the SAT about parentheses, but that's because the rules about parentheses are pretty obvious. If we open a bracket, if we open a parenthesis, then we need to close it. So do they close it? Well, yeah, here's one, right? And so I would need another one to open it, right? Like it's just a symmetry situation. We need to balance things out. So that means choices C and A, which do not have the open parenthesis, they're automatically wrong. So do I need a comma before the which? I don't even care, because that's now no longer part of my decision. I'm only deciding between choices B and D. And this choice is also very easy because there are clear rules associated with semicolons. You have to memorize this. So what is the rule? In order to use a semicolon, we need a complete sentence, then the semicolon, and then another complete sentence. So if either the part before or after cannot stand alone as its own sentence, then we can't use a semicolon. So let's just read it and see what matters here. So in large quantities, is that a sentence? No, it's nothing. It's 3 words in large quantities. What about them? What did they do? Right? There's no action there. So this part is not a sentence. Therefore, we cannot use a semicolon. Therefore, B must be the answer. So when you narrow your focus, especially with punctuation questions, what we're doing is we're just taking it one piece at a time. And the reason that that's really important is for more advanced punctuation questions, there might be multiple punctuation marks that we need to think about. And a lot of times with sentences, when we write, there's actually more than one way to correctly punctuate what we have. And so a lot of the choices that we make about punctuation are just personal choices, what we prefer it to say. But not all of them. A lot of the rules are set in stone, like the semicolon thing. And so we need to follow those rules. And so the more you narrow your focus and realize the multiple decisions that you're making and try to make them one at a time, the less likely you're going to get tricked by something. So you really want to just notice all the differences between the choices, but you want to try to take them one at a time so that your brain can focus on them one at a time. You're much less likely to make a careless mistake if you do that. That's really, really important.